And let's pick up the action with the first car out, which is the Ferrari 458 in striking Ferrari red. I used to have one of these, and I'd often take it down to a Lidl and to Greg's and pick up a steak pie and a sausage butty. Lovely sausage butties at Greg's, yes. And also they do an iced finger, which I'm quite partial to. Very nice. Anyway, the Ferrari crosses the line in a 1 minute 10.154. And next up the hill, ladies and gentlemen, is the GT by Citroën. And yes, I used to have an old Citroën, and I used to also have an old banger, you know, but unfortunately she left me. Very sad. Anyway, the Citroën finishes in 1 minute 09.896. Up next is the Mazda Atenza, which apparently won the GX class of the 2013 Rolex Sports Car Series. That's fantastic, isn't it? Well done. Yes, I used to have a Rolex, you know. Yeah, bought it off some chap at the market. It was quite a unique watch, actually. It ticked backwards. Rather useless thing it was, completely useless. So I gave it to my grandson for his 21st. Yes. Funny, I haven't seen him since. Yes. So it crosses the line, the Atenza crosses the line for a 1 minute 10.847. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on the track we have the 2013 Nissan GTR. Yes, 2013 was a fantastic year, wasn't it? Yes, we had the royal baby being born, and Andy Murray won the Wimbledon. Yes, I remember. I actually managed to get some tickets for Wimbledon. Yes, it was a fantastic game. They drew 2-2 with Bristol Rovers. Yes, the Nissan crosses the line in 1 minute 09.887. Now on the track, ladies and gentlemen, is the Suzuki VGT, which I think stands for a very good totty. Yes. This one seems to have lost its roof though, so I hope they find it before he drives it home. It could get a bit moist in there. Yes. Suzuki comes on across the line in a 1 minute 8.784. Up next on the track is the Audi R8, which I'm reliably informed won the Nürburgring 24-hour race back in 2015. Yes. I remember 2015. Had my 75th birthday. Big bash it was at my old stately home. Yes. We were just about to do the toasts, and the Ruddy Inland Revenue came crashing through the door. They said they were seizing all my assets for unpaid tax bills, and that I had to leave immediately. And yes, but they did ask if I had anywhere to stay, and I told them not to worry. I had a tax shelter. Yes, they then took that off me as well. Anywho, the Audi crosses the line in 1 minute 09.298. Next we have the Subaru Birz. The BRZ, sorry, BRZ, yes. This is the new 2021 model. Yes, I wouldn't mind one of those myself. Yes, down boy, get a hold of yourself, man. Yes, not like that. The Birz finishes the course in 1 minute 09.468. Next on the track is the Renault RS01, and I think the RS must stand for Ruddy Superb, yes. So my notes say here, apparently they needed to add 50 kilograms to this car to make it fit into some sort of racing category of some sort. Over the years, I myself have added 50 kilograms, but ironically I can't fit into anything anymore. Yes. That's very sad. Anyway, the Renault finishes the hill climb in 1 minute 09.542. Ruddy Superb indeed. On track now we have the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution, and I must say that I've been told many times in my life that I need to have an evolution of some kind, but But I'm 83 now, I'm not changing, and they can all suck it. Yes, Tarquin isn't for changing, darlings. Deal with it. Yes, the Lancer completes the course in 1 minute 09.863. Next up is the BMW Z4, which I'm reliably informed used to have something called a straight 6. Whatever the hell that is. Yes. I used to have a straight 6, you know. Yes. Now it's more like a limp 4.5. Anyway, the Z4 crosses the line in 1 minute 09.213. On the track now is the Lexus Lucifer prototype. Yes, I'm currently working on a prototype of my own, you know. Yes, so I'm going to keep it on the down low because there's currently a lot of people know about this. It's a sort of little plastic cassette thingy which you can record things on, and I think it's going to change the world. It's I've got high hopes for it in the future. Yes, but we have to make it our little secret between you and I. Don't tell anyone about it, for God's sake. That's Tarquin's idea, darling. Don't steal it. Thank you. The Lexus comes in at 1 minute 10.900, which makes it the slowest time so far. Oh dear. On track now we have the lovely looking Honda Nissux. Yes, I used to have an old Honda Jazz, you know, and I lent it to my second wife, who subsequently drove away and left me. Bitch. Yes. 2 weeks later, divorce papers arrived. The joke's on her though, because the 5 years I had the car, I never once taxed her MOT'd the damn thing. Yes, it sounds like a bag of spanners. Yes. Your problem now, lovey. Anyway, the Honda Nissux crosses the line for a time of 1 minute 09.926. Up next is the iconic BMW M3 with its lovely classic shape. This motor, I'm told, also won the 24-hour Nürburgring race back in 2010. Yes. A few years ago, I actually sponsored a 24-hour running race, believe it or not, for a tremendously good cause. Donated quite a lot of money to it. Yes. Yeah, they just took it and ran. Yeah. The M3 crossed the line in 1 minute 10.191. Yes, and here we have the Aston Martin DB9 in the iconic Golf livery. Just listen to that screaming V12. Bloody awesome. I feel a bit like James Bond sat in this. I wonder which button fires the missiles. And which one is the poison dart. I don't know, I wonder. Anyway, the DB9 completes the course in 1 minute 09.611. On the track now, ladies and gentlemen, is the old 1984 Nissan Skyline Silhouette. Yes, and looking through the notes that Paul has left me here, it says this has the same engine as the Ken and Mary. Yeah, we used to have some neighbours called Ken and Mary. Yeah, charming people, but could talk for England. Yeah, they bang on about this and that and this and that, and they just go off on a tangent and completely unrelated to the subject matter. Yes, I'm glad I'm not like that. They moved out a few years ago, and I'm glad they did. I still got Ken's cordless drill thinking about it. He's not having that back. Anywho, the Skyline closes in 1 minute 09.222. Let's have a quick look at the standings so far after 15 runners. And you may see Paul has kindly added a column for top speed achieved, which may be useful. Currently, the Suzuki Very Good Totti is leading the way with a 1 minute 8.784. And just look at those queue of cars behind in the 1 minute 9 seconds. It's all very close, isn't it? Yes. And yes, the Lexus Lucifer prototype. Currently the slowest car, but we have 30 more cars left to go, so let's get out the next batch. On the track now is the Volkswagen GTI, and this one doesn't have a roof, so I hope the chap driving has a bloody good brolly to put up, otherwise it's going to get very wet. Yes, and you couldn't park a car like this with no roof near where I live because they'd tear it apart. They'd have the wheels off an aeroplane if it flew too low. Yes, little buggers. Yes. Anyway, the VW GTI finishes in 1 minute 08.984. On the track next is the BMW M6 Sprint model, which apparently is 5 meters long and 2 meters wide, which coincidentally is exactly twice the size of my new room. Yeah, things haven't gone well for me since I've lost the house, unfortunately. But that is a story for another time. Anyway, the M6 Sprint completes the hill in 1 minute 09.800. Up next we have another Subaru. Now this is the WRX model. Apparently the livery on this is based on the WRX STI. Yes. I must tell you, I remember taking possession of an STI very easily a couple of years ago, and I think I might still have it. I must pop down to the clinic to get that checked out. Anyway, the Subaru WRX clocks a time of 1 minute 09.968. And up next is the lovely Alpha 4C in this beautiful red livery. I used to work with a lovely bit of totty called Alpha back in the 60s. Yeah, she had a lovely, and it crossed the line in 1 minute 08.664. On track now we have the glorious Volkswagen Beetle. Yes, I had one of these back in the swinging 60s. Yeah, what good times they were. I remember it fondly. It was a time when love was free and non-chargeable. We had the latest fashions and the music was delightful. We had the Beatles, we had the Kinks, and Lulu as well. Yes, great times. The Beetle finishes the course in 1 minute 09.968. Here we have another example of a Toyota Supra in the classic Castrol livery. My notes say here that this won the Japanese G&T Championship in 1997, which is a rather coincidence because I also won a G&T contest in 1997. I managed to get through 2 bottles of Bombay Sapphire and half a bottle of Hendrix before they have to peel me off the floor and they chuck me in the back of the Bentley. Yes, good times that was. The Super 1997 car makes it in 1 minute 8.010. Up next is the Lexus Rucifer, yes, and it has the lovely Vassar Sullivan livery. That's very nice, isn't it? Yeah, my best friend was called Sullivan. I met him many years ago at the Rugger. Yes, sadly he's no longer with us anymore. Yes, he ran off with my 4th wife, and I haven't seen him or her since. If you know where they are, let me know. I want to sort them out. Could be anywhere. The Lexus crosses the line in 1 minute 09.938. On track now is the Peugeot RCZ, which I'm told is affectionately nicknamed a pug, which is quite strange. It looks nothing like a dog. There's no tail, no floppy ears or anything. I wonder if it's called a pug because it pisses up lampposts or takes a shit in your garden and you step on it before you have a chance to see where it is. Well, maybe, I don't know. The Peugeot finishes in 1 minute 09.478. Now we have the Jaguar F-Type, a true legend of British engineering. Yes, I remember back in the day taking my E-Type Jaguar out to Soho for some fun and games. Yes, but again, that's a story for another time. Maybe put that in the memoirs in a few years' time. Maybe. Anyway, the F-Type makes it in 1 minute 09.052. And on the track now we have the Audi R8 Evo 2019 model. Now, I do love 2019 models. Yes. I used to have one, but unfortunately she left me for that dastardly Duke of Longstaff. Yes, just because he's 40 years younger than me and doesn't need assistance she left me. Anyway, the Audi Evo finishes in 1 minute 09.629. Up next we have the Hyundai Genesis. Yes, I saw a TV advert the other day saying it's not pronounced Hyundai, it's pronounced Hyundai. Hyundai, yes. I don't know what's what anymore. As far as I'm concerned, it's Hyundai and it's staying Hyundai. Thank you very much. Speaking of the Genesis, though, I do remember going to see Genesis at the Marquee Club in London in '72. Phil Collins was there, and he had a lovely full head of hair, and it was a superb show. Yes, the Genesis finishes in 1 minute 10.802. And next on the track is the Aston Martin V12 Vantage in lovely British racing green. Ooh, it does make you proud to be British, doesn't it? Yes. I must say, though, I'm feeling a little bit green myself, you know. Green with bloody envy, thinking about that cad, the Duke of Bloody Longstaff. Calm down, Tarquin. Calm down. Remember the doctor's orders. Yes. This car, it isn't the quickest, unfortunately, and it only managed a 1 minute 10.818. And next on track we have the BMW M6 Endurance model. Yes. I must tell you, I used to have an Endurance model myself. Yes. But she also left me. Boo-hoo. Yes. The M6 Endurance finishes in 1 minute 09.851. Next up is the Dodge Viper with this lovely red and white livery. It looks beautiful. Speaking of Vipers, I once got into a bit of trouble with Snake, you know. Yes, his name was Keith. I got royally shafted by Keith, and he also stole some money from me. So if you're watching this, Keith, if you are watching this, I want my $24.99 back, you thieving scoundrel. And yes, the Dodge Viper clocks a time of 1 minute 08.834. Up next on the track we have the Toyota FT1, which looks like it should go very fast because it looks very futuristic, doesn't it? Yes. Apparently this car has a large wing and a front splinter. Whatever that is, sounds bloody painful. Yes, it comes across the line in a 1 minute 09.272. So after 30 runners, let's see the current standings on the leaderboard. So the 1997 Toyota Supra is currently leading the way and has a very good lead on the rest of the pack. Yes. What does that say? Like and subscribe. What do I do with this? Am I supposed to press it? No, that hasn't worked. Excuse me, viewers, 1 second. Paul?
Yes, Tarquin, how can I help you?
There's a little red box on the screen telling me to like and subscribe. Am I supposed to press it?
No, that's not for you, that's for the viewers to press. Don't worry, it'll go off in a minute.
Oh, okay, yes, now I remember. So viewers, could you do old Tarquin a big favour and like the video and consider subscribing to this channel so I maybe have another chance at coming back to do some more commentary. Thank you kindly. And just looking at the rest of the results, the Subaru Burrs in 11th place there, and unfortunately the Lucifer prototype is still rooted to the very bottom of the leaderboard. I'm not too sure if that's going to stay there, but I feel a bit sorry for it. Anyway, the final 15 cars are coming up. Let's see how we get on. Up next we have the Peugeot VGT, the Peugeot Very Good Totty. Yes. It's the only car here today which you have to sit on the roof to drive it, which doesn't seem very safe. I hope he doesn't fall off. Yes. Well, the Peugeot very good totty sets a blistering time of 1 minute 6.761. That will be jolly tough to beat. And next we have the Ford Mustang Sally. No, sorry, just the Ford Mustang. Sorry, got a bit carried away there. Yeah, I used to court a girl called Sally, and strangely enough, she had a Mustang, and unfortunately, it got too big for her flat, so she had to release it. Yes. Anyway, the Ford Mustang completes the course in 1 minute 08.834. Next up the hill is the Mazda RX Vision. Yes, I'm told that this has something called a Wankel engine. Yes, that sounds very rude, doesn't it? Yes, whatever it is, it's squealing away like a little piggy as it comes up the hill there. Anyway, the Mazda RX Vision completes the hill climb in 1 minute 09.406. Up next is the 2018 Nissan GTR, and the notes here, it says that Nissan lowered the center of gravity to optimize weight distribution. That sounds rather expensive. I managed to achieve the exact same thing for a fraction of the cost by eating truffles and pate on a butty. Yes, the Nissan finishes the course in 1 minute 10.109. Here we have the lovely silver AMG Mercedes SLS GT3, and I've always wondered what the SLS actually stands for. Does it mean stupid little shit, nicknamed by the drivers? Is it Sven's large schnitzel? It could be anything, you know. They could have called it the GLH, and it goes like hell. Whatever it means, it's a ruddy quick car anyway, and it finishes the hill climb in 1 minute 09.093. The Ford GT now out on the hill, giving it the full treatment there, and apparently this won the 24 Hours of Daytona a few years ago. Yes, I absolutely love Daytona. Yeah, even after she left me and took half of everything in the third divorce, I still love her. Yes, please come back to me. Yeah. And the Ford GT achieves a 1 minute 08.528. And coming up the hill now, we have the lovely Porsche 911. Yes, lovely Porsche 911. Don't we love a Porsche? Yes, we do. And I wonder what that tube is coming in the cockpit. It's probably some kind of lavatory or something, so you don't have to pull into a service station to have a piss. Yeah, very clever, these Germans. They think of everything. Yes, well, the Porsche 911 crosses the line in a 1 minute 9.909. 9999. Now we get into some real muscle cars. Yes, the Ford Lima. Yes, the Ford Lima, GT Lima. Yes, on the track. And speaking of Ford, I remember my old Escort. Yes, it was a bit rough and ready, and had plenty of miles on the clock. But she was always available when I needed her. Yes, she was good. Yes. The Ford Lima finishes in a blistering time of 1 minute 7.683. And coming up the track now is the AMG Mercedes GT3 with its low rumbling V8, which will make your testicles feel like the size of snooker balls. Well, that's enough talking about me. It crosses the line in 1 minute 10.133. Next on the track we have the McLaren 650s. Yes, the old 650s. It's a beautiful piece of British engineering. Yes, and I used to have a lovely piece of British engineering myself, but she divorced me. Yes, quite aggressively. Yes, took the lot. Yes. Anyway, the McLaren gets across the line in a 1 minute 09.492. And now coming up the hill, ladies and gentlemen, is the Ford GT Limit. Yes. And haven't we already seen this car in a different colour? Maybe not, I don't know. I don't remember things like I used to. The old memory's going. 83, you see. It's one thing that does start to go, unfortunately. Anyway, the Ford GT limit crosses the line in a 1 minute 07.838. A bloody quick car. And now we have the 2018 Toyota supercar, and I have to say it looks very super indeed, doesn't it? Yes, yes. 2018 was a fantastic year for me. Yeah, we all remember the royal wedding at Windsor. Yes, I had an invite to the reception afterwards, and I can tell you they can really know how to put the bolly away. Yes, yes. We were that pissed. We ended up cutting shapes on the dance floor to a CD of Black Lace's greatest hits, Volume 1. Yes, the Super completes the course in 1 minute 08.064. Bounding up the hill is our next car, the old Bumblebee itself, the Chevrolet Corvette, which I'd imagine should do fairly well here. Yes, plenty of American muscle. Yes, I must tell you, I used to have some American muscle myself, but yeah, she ran off with the gardener. Yes, yes, that was very unfortunate. Anyway, the Corvette manages a 1 minute 08.827. On the track now, we have the Nissan Pennzoil GTR from 1999. Yes, I remember 1999. Simpler times. You know, there was no top ticking or tick ticking or whatever the young people call it, and no tweeting, no book, what you call it, Facebook. Yes, it was just men in a pub drinking scotch. Yes, they were the good old days. And I will say this Nissan isn't hanging around, is it? And it's crossed the line in a 1 minute 7.947. Wow, that's a fast old bugger, isn't it? And on the track next we have the Lamborghini Hurricane. Hurricane, sorry, yes, the Hurricane. Now, speaking of hurricanes, I remember the Great Storm of '87. The weather chap, Fish, said not to worry, but when the old oak tree came crashing through the kitchen window, I came to the conclusion that the weather people have absolutely no clue, and they're a bunch of scallywags, and they make it up as they go along. Don't believe a word of it, they're liars. Anyway, the Lambo does it in 1 minute 9.378. So that concludes the BOP top-end test of the cars following the recent 1.31 update. Now, here are the final results. Get your Polaroid out to take a picture of the screen for future reference if you like. The Peugeot, very good totty, topped the timesheets, nothing even got close to it. So we hope you found this video in some way useful. Please let us know in the comments if it has been useful, and please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel so I may get a chance to come back. The more likes and subscribers the channel gets from this video, the more chance I have of returning. So don't forget, I'm going to go for a large gin and tonic now, and a jumbo sausage roll. So until next time, take good care of yourselves, and cheerio.